Hey guys, Eddie here from Our Studio Works. I have debated a long time to make this video. It has taken me a long time because it's been kind of a difficult subject for me to talk about, but I've finally found the courage to make this one here. There has been a lot of layoffs in the tech world, and I've been one of the casualties from these tech layoffs. So I lost my job about 3 months ago, and I'm still on the market to try to find a job. This has been a very difficult situation for myself and my family included. Even though I was making a good amount of money from my previous job, 6 figures, it has been a very difficult journey. Even though making this kind of money, I have been living paycheck to paycheck, trying to clear off debts that I have accumulated throughout the years. It has been especially been difficult because working from one job to another, I was getting pretty burnt out on programming, coding. I had like a first job at the Fortune 100 company that I was working for before my previous job. So I was making like about a little bit less than 100K over there. I actually just got a promotion there, being from software developer to senior. When I got the promotion, it came with a lot of responsibilities, but I was already burnt out being a developer at that company. With that money, a lot more responsibilities came to me, but it was not what I wanted to do. I had lost a lot of interest in coding. I had lost a lot of interest in like the field I was in. So what I did was look for another job, because a lot of people say like when you're burnt out, try to change jobs. That might like help resolve the situation. I didn't take any breaks really in between those two jobs, so that burnt out feeling kind of like came with me to the new job. That made it pretty difficult for me to learn the new field I was getting into, which is healthcare. Imagine being like already burnt out in a field, you go to a new one and you don't have a break in between, and now you have to learn a lot of new stuff, plus new coding stack, new technology stack. It was pretty daunting, and I don't know if I was able to cure that burnt out feeling at all. So like for like 2 years, it like I was dragging my feet. I couldn't find the energy to like put into my job. It was getting very bad actually. I was severely depressed. I didn't want to learn anything new. Like even though I was like trying to learn stuff, it was not sticking in my mind. Like I used to really like learning new coding languages and new tech stacks. Like that was never a problem for me. Like being burnt out like completely destroyed my passion for coding and technology. It showed in my work, like things were not getting done properly. Like I was trying to learn stuff which I was overthinking about a lot of things. Things were just not adding up for me. So after a couple of years at that company, like I was let go. So I couldn't do the job properly, and I was like myself not being fulfilled. Like I couldn't find my passion back to make this happen. I think it was a blessing in disguise, because I really needed a break from coding. Like the passion I had for coding, I was not getting that in those corporate settings or startup settings. It was very difficult for me to find like exactly why I was doing this stuff. Like, was it just for the salary I was getting, because the salary was good, but it was not helping me advance in my life. Like, I did not have the car I always wanted, which is like a BMW M3. Like, I always wanted this car. That's like my dream car. But even after making like this type of salary, I was not able to afford this car. And I was like, why is this happening? Like, what should I do about my life? Like, am I in the right field? So, being out of work for these last 3 months, I did a lot of soul searching. I did a lot of like trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my career. And I came to the realization, why did I get into coding? Like, what did I want from being a coder, a programmer, a software engineer? Like, why did I learn that? And I suddenly realized, like, I was learning that not to be kind of like a support engineer for other people's ideas, because I'm kind of an idea guy. Like, I get a lot of ideas and I want to bring those ideas to life like as soon as possible. And these jobs were not allowing me to do that. What I did in my day-to-day in these companies was get a few requirements from the project managers and just try to implement those as soon as possible. And as soon as these were done, it's like you restart on the hamster wheel again. It was very repetitive. Like, everything kept going on and on, like the same way. Every day was the same. You had different problems to solve, but there was not much difference in what you were doing every day. And this kind of like got me on the low point, because that's not what I wanted to do in my career. I really like making stuff. I like coming up with stuff. I like new ideas and try to implement those new ideas. And that's when I realized that coding for me is not a career. Coding, programming is a tool for me to help me achieve what I dream of. The reason like I really wanted to get into coding was after watching movies like Pirates of Silicon Valley, shows like Silicon Valley itself. Like, I'm sure a lot of programmers like really like those kind of movies, but this is what I kind of wanted to do when I came to the US and get into coding. And this was not happening. It's not from lack of trying. I tried a lot of ideas before, like on the side hustles. I tried to implement a lot of apps and websites, and these did not really pick up for me. Like, I was trying to do those while I was doing my masters. Like, I was kind of getting the energy from it, but there was nothing successful from what I was building. And I think that was what guided me into taking a job in corporate. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot to learn from corporate. Like, there's like lots of intelligent people that you work with, that you learn a lot from. Like, that's very important. Like, getting out of college and getting a job is very important. But it's not going to fulfill your dreams. Like, it's not going to help you build whatever idea you have. And I think a lot of programmers are in this situation. We like coding, we want to build stuff from it, but then we end up getting a job in corporate and we get very comfortable there. Like, with the money we get there, we kind of like stay in that job for a long time, or jump from one job to another to get a little bit more money. But I don't think it's the money that you get is really worth the amount of effort you're going to put into that job. Because the more responsibilities you get from the job, the less time you're gonna have to build your own stuff. Imagine being burnt out at a job, trying to come back home and then trying to work into coding again to make your apps, your side hustles now. That's how a lot of programmers get burnt out, including me. Like after some time, I could not come up with any original ideas that I could build, and it was very frustrating. So there are a lot of companies like right now in 2025 who are saying that AI is going to completely replace developers, like mid-level developers. People like Mark Zuckerberg are already saying stuff like that, and I think it's going to be like really difficult to get a job as a software engineer in 2025 and beyond. So what should we do as software engineers, programmers? Like keep on looking for jobs? Like we tend to think that AI is like a bad thing. I don't think it's a really bad thing. I think we need to learn to adapt to the AI tools. I use a lot of AI tools myself, and these make what I want to build a lot quicker, if you want. Like instead of spending months and months to develop like an application, now it takes me a week to get something from an idea to a full-blown, well, not a full-blown, but like mostly like an MVP application with real users to be able to use it and give you feedback as soon as possible. And I think that's gonna be a game changer for me, because now as soon as like I want to build something, it takes me like a week or so to get everything running. I think that's even gonna go faster. I don't have to build everything from scratch now. So what I do is have like a startup template that I use for all my applications, but it's just like the business side kind of like differs a little bit from up to up depending on the idea that I have at that time. So one of the apps that I just launched a few days ago is called ministories.com. So I came up with that idea because I wanted to tell stories to my daughter during bedtime. So I'm not a great storyteller, and she likes to listen to stories on repeat, so I'm not really good at that. So what I decided to do is make a few videos with slides about stories, like popular stories, like The Ugly Duckling, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. And she really liked those videos that I was making. So I thought, like, why not make an app to show these videos so anybody else could use it. And when I came up with the idea to do that, like, I used new tools like Ball.new, one of the IDEs to create applications. It took me some time to get used to it, but I was very fascinated by the end result that I got from it. Of course, it's not perfect. There's a lot of things to do in the background to make it work properly, but I was able to set up my application and have users on it, like real users, in less than a week. And I found that really interesting because now I have an outlet for my ideas. Say I come up with an idea, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I know that I can put something out to the world for people to use it very quickly. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, I have not spent like so much time like trying to get everything in place to make everything run. So I think that's gonna be like a big game changer for me. So what I tend to do is like I try to solve my own problems with software. As I said, software is just a tool for me, and there is a lot more that I need to learn to get the software to be successful. And one of these things that I would say is more important than software engineering is sales and marketing. It's something that I'm not really good at, but that I'm trying to learn right now. I would say to like any software developers, like you need to take that role of software developer less seriously now. Try to become an indie hacker. And the reason I tell people to try to become indie hackers is like to try to put products into the hands of people. Try to solve problems for people. Get the people to use your applications. Like if you have any problems that you have solved for yourself, I'm sure other people are having the same issues. And if you resolve somebody's problems, I have no doubt that they will be happy to give you money for that. And this is, I believe, the direction I want to take in my own career right now. I want to build my apps as soon as possible, get them out to the world, get people to use it, and try to get feedback very quickly so that I can iterate quickly and make a product that people like to use. I'm going to be using social media to try to get traffic to my applications. That's something that I'm working on right now. For example, in my mini stories application, I'm trying to get people from YouTube to come to my website. I'm also using my connections on Facebook to get people on the app. And up till now, the feedback has been pretty good. I think that the most validating thing for this app was my daughter really liking those videos. Like she would ask me like every night if I've made a new story for her, and this was very encouraging to me to make this kind of application. And if you're in the same situation that I am in, I would highly encourage you to go ahead and do stuff like that. I think it will give you a lot more enjoyment in getting your application used by people. I have a lot more ideas that I want to create apps for, and hopefully that I'll be able to make those and show you guys like the progress that I'm making. In the next video, I'll give you a tour of the application I have built. The mini stories application that I built is a video application that you can watch the stories on. It includes the admin side. I have video uploads, and on the user side I have a premium and a free tier that people can sign up for. I also have like Stripe payments that I included to get a subscription for premium videos. The app is live at the moment, so if you want to see it, it's mini-stories.com, so you can go check it out if you want to. I am currently doing a free lifetime membership on premium videos for the first 50 registered users. So if you're interested, just sign up and send me a message with the email that you signed up for, and I'll give you the premium access to it. I value all feedback, so if you have any feedback on the application or anything in general, like career-wise or tech-wise or tech stack, just put them down in the comments for me, and I'll try to address all those on the next video. If you like these types of videos, please like and subscribe as usual, and I'll see you in the next one.